From the outside, a private jet can appear almost understated, sleek, white, aerodynamic, waiting quietly at the edge of a runway. But step through its narrow door and you begin to realize that what looks simple from the tarmac is, in fact, a meticulously engineered sanctuary at 45,000 feet, designed not merely to transport, but to reshape the experience of altitude itself. The first sensation is not visual, but acoustic. The muted hush as the cabin door seals, the subtle pressurization shift, the outside world dissolving into layered insulation, composite fuselage engineering, and vibration-dampening architecture that reduces powerful engines to a distant, controlled whisper. In commercial first class, space is generous. Here, space feels intentional. The aisle is not a corridor. It is a gallery of textures, soft leather stitched by hand, brushed metal accents that catch warm ambient light, veneers selected not for flash but for grain consistency and weight. Over the last decade, designers have learned that luxury in the sky is less about ornamentation and more about physiology. Cabin altitude is often kept lower than commercial standards, humidity carefully moderated, lighting tuned to mimic late afternoon even during a transoceanic night crossing. Your breathing slows without you noticing. Your shoulders drop. The aircraft banks gently over a coastline far below, and because the windows are larger and positioned precisely at seated eye level, the horizon remains stable, reducing the subtle fatigue that most travelers accept as inevitable. This is where private aviation moves beyond first class, not in spectacle, but in calibration. Seating is no longer arranged in rows but in zones, a forward lounge for conversation, a mid-cabin dining configuration where tables are solid enough to feel architectural, and an aft suite that transforms seamlessly from meeting room to bedroom. The seats themselves are studies in ergonomics, sculpted to support posture during takeoff yet soft enough to dissolve into near weightlessness at cruise. There is no overhead announcement interrupting thought, no cart rattling down a narrow aisle. Service unfolds in rhythm, timed to the passenger rather than the route. On a long-haul sector between continents, meals are plated in a galley designed more like a compact kitchen than a reheating station, with convection ovens, chilled storage, and real glassware secured in custom fittings. Even the soundscape is curated, the faint airflow, the subdued hum of conditioned air, the absence of sudden mechanical shifts, creating what frequent flyers often describe as an altitude calm, a sensation that time is moving, but without friction. Beyond aesthetics lies engineering. The cabin cross-section of modern business jets is shaped not only for aerodynamics but for interior volume efficiency, allowing ceilings that feel higher than the fuselage suggests and floors that remain level even as the aircraft climbs steeply after departure. Advanced flight decks and fly-by-wire systems smooth turbulence responses, so what would be a jolt in a crowded widebody becomes a gentle suggestion. Connectivity systems link the cabin to ground networks, turning what was once isolation into continuity. Meetings continue, films stream, global markets update in real time, yet the experience never feels hurried. Route culture shifts as well. Private terminals replace crowded concourses. Boarding becomes a brief walk across polished concrete rather than a queue, and departure times flex around schedules instead of dictating them. But the true distinction is psychological. In first class, you are a valued passenger within a larger choreography. In a private jet, the choreography is built around you. The cabin temperature adjusts subtly as the sun arcs across the fuselage. Window shades tint electronically to balance glare without plunging the interior into darkness. At night, indirect LED lighting transitions gradually toward warmer tones, signaling rest without a single spoken instruction. From the outside, it is still just an aircraft crossing the stratosphere at high speed. Inside, it feels almost stationary, as though the world is moving beneath a quiet room. There are no dramatic gestures announcing luxury. Instead, there are invisible decisions: insulation thickness calculated for acoustic comfort, seat track placement optimized for social flow, galley positioning designed to keep preparation sounds out of the main lounge. Even the lavatory, often overlooked in commercial cabins, becomes a fully realized space with stand-up height, soft lighting, and materials chosen for both weight efficiency and tactile warmth. Every gram is measured, every curve purposeful, because in aviation, comfort must coexist with performance. That is the paradox private jet interiors resolve so elegantly. The aircraft is capable of crossing oceans in a single night, yet the cabin encourages you to forget that you are traveling at all. And perhaps that is the final evolution beyond first class, not more luxury, but less effort. Less noise, less interruption, less awareness of the machinery carrying you forward. Comfort is engineered, not accidental. Luxury is quiet. The best flights are the ones you barely notice, and if this glimpse into engineered calm resonates with you, Comfort Class will be here to explore the skies a little deeper next time.